there's a lot of unknowns and angst and fear going on right now. And so I really wanted to take this time, then rather than really focus in on all the negatives that are currently going on. I feel like every time I swipe through my social media, there's another fearful article or almost type of clickbait for me to go and click on what the latest news is currently going on with the coronavirus. Or if I go to any of the big news websites, it's all focused on the coronavirus, and it is frightening and it is uncomfortable to know that this is actually happening, and there's just a lot that we can't control right now, and it is a scary time. But I think it also opens up the opportunity to really think about what we can control. What is it that we do want to get to before we are no longer on this earth, right? Life is so short. We're never promised tomorrow. And I have a tendency to not always remember that, but it's such an important reminder that life really is short, and what can we do then to really begin to live life on our terms and start to think about what are those things that I really enjoy, that I've been thinking about doing maybe for some time, or I've had this on my mind for a long time and I know I want to do it, but I just haven't gotten started. Or maybe I started and I failed, or I gave up. And so for me, that's failure, and that makes me unqualified to go after whatever it is that I want to get to. And whenever I see other people that may be doing something similar that I want to do, it's just a reminder that I'm not enough, and they know all the right people, and they're an expert. I'm not smart enough. I don't know if I can do this. Again, stop. Those are all excuses, and I don't think there's any better time than now than to really look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, am I in alignment with where I want to be? Or what is it that I could actually start to really live the life of my dreams and start building that and really live life on my terms? You know, if I don't want to be told where to work, or what time I need to clock in, what time I need to clock out, or who I have to interact with, or do things that really don't light a fire under my belly, what are those things that light a fire under your belly? And are you actually going in that direction? And I know I've talked about it. I'll link another link down below as well, where I talk about self-healing with the inner child and the importance of really healing those wounds and letting go of those limiting beliefs, which is a big part of it in order to really get to that next level, to strive towards where it is that we desire to go. But what are those things that you can actually start to do right now? And especially for anyone that is at home right now during this difficult time, are there things that you could start to work on to start building whatever it is that you want and living out life on your terms? One thing that I see often with clients that I've worked with is getting overwhelmed because there is a lot of information. But as I mentioned in my last video, which is linked down below, I talk about planning out a 30, 60, 90-day plan and being really realistic with what you can get done. Having that big picture is always important, but it's like going to the gym, right? You've got to be consistent. Whether it's feeding information into your mind that's very positive and uplifting and empowering you to move forward, it's the same as the gym. You've got to be able to build that muscle in order to keep going and pushing forward. And if you don't have a lot of time, how much time maybe realistically could you allocate with all the other responsibilities that you have each week to start moving in that direction? And if there's things that you need to learn, go and do that. Again, we are in a time where there is a wealth of information online, whether it's through YouTube, podcasts, books, blogs. There's something out there for everybody. Facebook communities, if you want to connect with other people that may already be doing whatever it is that you want to be doing, or maybe you've already started, but you really need to get more consistent with your schedule. There's several tools out there that you can start to use to get yourself more organized and really start to set that intention and get clear on where it is that you want to go. So again, you can live life on your terms. And a lot of people think too that, okay, once I have my own business, I'm going to be able to buy a really nice car and go and travel the world and do nothing. That is far from the truth. I have worked with several successful entrepreneurs, and I've been very fortunate to observe early enough kind of what sets them apart from other people. And it's this, just their diligent work ethic and really just giving it their all. They're extremely hard workers. And a lot of the times these people did not grow up with money. They have made it themselves, but they had that commitment that they gave to themselves to really just put in the time each and every week. And over time, they were able to see the fruits of their labors. And so I'm saying this because I know there's a lot of people that may have been thinking or have been thinking about trying out something, but just haven't gotten the courage to do it. And one thing I'd also like to add in there is that you cannot let what other people think of you get in the way. That needs to go, whether it's your friends, your family. What is it that's going to bring you joy? Don't worry about what other people are doing. Just focus in on where it is that you want to go and all those steps that you need to get to in between. There's no point in worrying about what other people are doing or what they're going to think of you. You've got to be able to let that go. And if you want to have that major breakthrough, if you want to have that transformation, you're going to have to get uncomfortable. Just let that soak in for a minute. Getting uncomfortable is how you're going to be able to have those breakthroughs and move forward and get to that next level. I will give you an example. When I first started my first YouTube video, I was not ready for the camera. I was a little shy, a little uncomfortable, and like, oh gosh, like, what do I have to say that people are actually going to want to listen in on? And I love helping people. And I think for me, it's been extremely rewarding to be able to connect with other people and them having questions for me and me being able to help answer them and helping them grow their business or help them get started or wherever it is that they're feeling stuck, to start taking those steps and being proactive and just moving forward. But initially when I started out, I didn't feel as confident. I didn't feel as comfortable, especially being on a camera and thinking, oh gosh, like, why would anyone want to listen to me? But at the end of the day, I know that it's my passion. It drives me, and I really enjoy doing this. And I'm constantly reading up and learning new skills and learning from other people. And I have a coach myself, and I've just been growing so much. And I'm so grateful to be able to give back whatever it is that I do know. And so my point here is that if it's possible for me, it's definitely possible for you, but you've got to start to put in the time and make the commitment and say, yes, I'm going to do this. And yes, I'm capable. And yes, it is going to happen for me. And start talking to yourself in a more positive way rather than doubting yourself or apologizing or thinking that you can't do it. It is possible for you. So what is it that you want in order to live life on your terms? Where is it that you're feeling frustrated right now and you know that there's something else out there that you could do that would actually bring you joy and at the same time give you a sustainable income so that you could live off of it and enjoy more time with those that you care about, right? It's when we start exchanging time for money that for me was really painful. And I have been working in a very great field for quite some time, and I'm super thankful that I've been able to get to where I've gotten, but it's made me really think about what is really going to make me happy. And do I want to be away from my family for long periods of time, really focused in on work? Or do I want to be able to build a life and a job that I enjoy and will at the same time enable me to have more flexibility in my schedule? If I want to go to a game with my kids, or if I want to go to the park, or if I want to go to the gym in the morning, or if I want to go to an event or connect with somebody in the morning, I don't have to stress every day about waking up at a certain time to go clock in somewhere. And I can use that time in a more efficient and happier way in the long run for myself. So I don't want to go on a tangent there. I digress. But my point is really start to think about what it is that you want. And with all of this chaos and fear that's going on, you're not alone. Trust me, we're all facing it together, regardless of if you are the one that is actually directly impacted or not. And I am praying for everybody out there to stay healthy and really, ensure that you're practicing good hygiene and not taking life for granted, which is why I really wanted to make this video. And just say, hey, like, if there's something that's been on your mind, like, get started, get to it. You've got this, you can do it. And I can't stress enough, like, there's no better time than now to really start to focus in on evaluating where it is that you want to go if you're not happy with the direction of where things are going right now. And especially for anybody out there that's at home and has some time to really start thinking through that light bulb moment, this is your opportunity. So I'll leave you with that. I did also want to mention that I am going to be having a future Manifest a Greater You Boss Babe Challenge, which I'm super excited about. I'd love for you to join me. Go ahead and click the link down below to get more details. That will be scheduled at the end of April. It does say April 11th, but that date may change, but some point in April or very beginning of May, and I will clarify as the time gets closer. But if you sign up down below, you'll get updated on when that training event will be taking place. And it's more than just a training, it's actually going to be a live session with me, and we're going to go through and do a challenge together to really help you hone in on how to get started to manifest whatever it is that you've been wanting to work on, whatever's been in your heart for the longest time, but you just haven't had the courage or the time or whatever the case may be to really focus in on what that is. So the time is now. Go ahead, click that link down below. And for any of you that have gotten started or you're actually ready to get started right now, I do have a Manifest a Greater You Blueprint Starter Guide, which is also linked down below, and you can get your copy. It'll be emailed to you as soon as you put in your information. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I post new videos every Wednesday and on occasion on Sundays, and hit the bell notification so you can get notified when I post a new video. So I hope this video wasn't too much. I just really wanted to put that out there. It was on my heart, and I think we all deserve and should give ourselves more credit than what we do, that we are so capable of fulfilling whatever it is that we want to accomplish. And again, we should never take anything for granted. And I think especially right now, I'm definitely feeling like, wow, there really is no better time than right now to really start to be more intentional with where we're putting our time and where we're putting our efforts into. So I love you guys. I can't wait to talk next week, and leave a comment down below if this resonated in any way at all. All right, love you guys. Bye.